Hello and welcome to my Q&A. The first one, or probably the last one, we never know. I reached 800 subscribers this week and I'm still a bit astonished actually, but as actually some of you said, that's what happens if you just continue. It wasn't planned. So, and I have got some questions, not that many, just as I thought, but good questions. They are really good and they are broad. Now there is one Swedish question, and it's actually more about my work, and I will then relate it to it only in Swedish, but it will be okay. Let's see, let's start with Ma Mère 52. Thank you, madame. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, you said this, when you put one foot in front of the other. Yeah, pied de pied. You started with, did you start your YouTube channel in Swedish first or English? I started in English. I think I started in English. Now I had two channels. One was, and still is, was intended to be only in Swedish. That didn't go far, so suddenly I was doing both English and Swedish on that one, and that felt strange. So I started a second one because I wanted to keep it also apart from Minecraft in one channel and not Minecraft in the other. That has not happened either. It's so stupid. My first video is not the first video that I can give to you, but I made something called a boot camp. Boot camp is it? I still think it's on YouTube, so you can just watch it. It's nowadays involved along with my vlogging. So it's the first vlogging I did, Minecraft vlogging. And it should be a channel update, but it didn't be. So that is made 13th of November 2011. So come November, I have done this in 10 years, for 10 years. And that's cool. Now, how did that started? Well, your question is, what was the motivation for the first upload? We have to go back to 2011. Me and one other guy was doing reviews of Minecraft custom maps. He did good reviews. I didn't bother with good reviews. I just went in and pointed at things that could be better. And the reason I did reviews was because I wanted to learn more about adventure custom maps for Minecraft. The other guy already knew everything, and he has been knowing everything ever since. I think, how many is it, Ron? Is it over 1,000, 1,200 or something like that reviews you did? Yeah, it's Ars Malik. Who else? It can't be any other. But he also started to play maps like and record it now and again, and it was rather fun just watching him. At the same time, there was some other guys that I now don't remember the name. A couple of idiots just messing about, cheating like nobody else, and they are so famous. They are still famous. I will get to it. It starts with an Y. Well, never mind. I'm an old guy, so I hated these guys. They thought they were funny, and they might be. I didn't bother. But they totally crushed the individuals. Now, I did crush some individuals on my way, but I didn't do it the cheaty way, or cheeky even. Now, of course, I was compelled to do the same as Ron did. I mean, if he can do it and those two idiots could do it, then perhaps I could do it. And then I realized, no, this is not going to happen. So I said that to my son, and he just looked at me and said, of course you can. Everybody can do a video. A YouTube video is no big deal. And I actually became silent because that was not the answer I thought I should get. And I got Fraps, a pirate version of Fraps. I started to do some test recordings. I think I have one, or did a one recording that had to do with some railroad station and using Minecraft for railroads or something like that. I don't think I have that one still, but I do have the map still somewhere. But then I did this boot camp, and then I started to do Minecraft custom maps and played them through. At the same time, I tried to review them. That is not a good thing, I can tell you that. And now and then I got bolder, but that meant also that I got more negative comments. So it goes the other way. So back then I was aiming for like 10, 15, perhaps 20 guys who would look at what I've done. I had actually my son as some sort of critic, but he knew what I was capable of, so he just went, yeah, okay. It wasn't the greatest. Now you can watch that boot camp. I don't think the railroad map is still there. So the motivation is, of course, Ron Smalik. Who else? It's the only one that I know of. Now, the Swedish Erik Larsson, or Train Farm as we know him. Han gratulerar mig också. He's congratulating me, and for his Q&A, for the Q&A, he's asking how it is to drive bus at the new depot, and if that depot only have one mark on the one type of bus. I'll take that in Swedish. Grejen med att köra på en ny depå, förstår du, Train Farm, det är att det inte säljs ny depå. Det var den här depån var den som jag startade på för evigheter sedan. Känns det som 11 år sedan. Och då hade de Volvo bara. Idag har vi Setra och Volvo. De gamla Volvorna är fortfarande kvar så här 10-11 år senare. Så de gamla skrabbelburkarna som jag tyckte var dåliga redan då, de var splitter nya. De är ännu sämre idag, men det är de vi kör med. Så kör vi med Setra, och det är ju alltså då Mercedes chassin på dem och Mercedes motorer. Och de tycker jag är himla bra om, alltså jag gillar dem. De är lite tungstyrda, men det är ju bara till att klämma till lite med musklerna. Själva depån i övrigt är ingen större skillnad, eller som mina gamla kollegor brukade säga. Du tar en grön buss, du kör en linje. Jag menar, det spelar ingen roll om det är din favoritlinje eller inte. Det är körning som körning, och det håller jag faktiskt med om. Nu har jag bytt linjerna lite grann, och det som krävs nu är att man kommer in i linjerna lite. Vi pressar mycket nu med att punktligheten ska vara hög. 94,1% ska vi ha. Och jag har legat på 95-96 borta i Flen då, där jag körde där. Men nu måste jag liksom komma upp dit igen, för det gör man inte bara på en kafferast inte. Nu har jag kört i 4 veckor och jag tycker det går bättre och bättre. Det gäller liksom att anpassa sig lite. Mycket stadstrafik, men det är nästan ännu enklare. Det är rena semester att köra stadstrafik nu när det inte är så mycket folk som åker. I övrigt så är det byte av chef. Jag har min nästan näst bästa chef jag någonsin har haft i mitt liv. Hon hjälpte mig att få byta depå. Så att jag gick från en bra chef till, ja, vi får väl se. Han börjar imorgon faktiskt, måndag. Vi får väl se. Jag ska ta det lite lugnt med honom, men det ska nog ordna sig. Han och jag har lite historia sedan gammalt. Så är det. Så vi kör Setra och Volvo. All right. Enough with the Swedish yapping. Kid Awesome 2, or Troy Boy 777, as he also is known, really good guy. We have had some custom maps between us as well. I've played your space map once, and I still remember it because I didn't finish it. And then Ron's played it, and he finished it, and I was. Why did he go that way? I didn't go that way. I didn't see that, and so on. Yeah, it's still fun. For the Q&A, what is a pleasant or negative memory that really sticks out from your childhood? Well, first of all, the most pleasant memory I can get is that I know that I have a very lovingly mother. And on the other part, negative, I don't remember her. It's sad to say. Somehow she was fading away. She got ill. She moved. I was like 15 when she was put into hospital, and she never came back. And her illness is called Huntington chorea, and that made it degrading even worse. So my memory of her is a very old lady just laying in a bed because she couldn't move. That is not a good memory, but I can't for the life of me remember when I was little. The reason I know that she was a good mother and lovingly is because I was bullied a lot. I was fat. I came from the wrong part of the country. I had the wrong type of dialect. There were so many mistakes that I'd made just by being me that I got bullied rather hard. But my mother sorted that out. They didn't stop bullying me, but they did keep an eye where was my mother, because they didn't want her to come going again. And I actually got some friends thanks to that. So, yeah, overall, that's about it. I have not as many good memories as, well, among others, Horace Malik. Did I have a favorite pet? No, not then. But I have had 2 good dogs since. Cats, you can never own a cat, so I don't bother with those. But I'm a fan of retrievers and Labradors. That's my type of dog. No bed dogs, because dogs should not be in beds. They should not be in a sofa or anything else. They should be on the floor where they belong. Otherwise they can't hunt the wolves when they come. Nevertheless, but that is thanks to my type of duty and rosters that I do now, I can't have a dog without having someone to watch it, and that feels like, nah, I'll save that till I become oh dear, when I retire. Yeah. What was one of the most enjoyable Minecraft maps that you remember playing in the past? Well, there is always one that I like a lot, and it's called the Mars Mission. If you haven't played that one, you should. How far back, Ron? It's yours, so you should know. It's like, is it 5 or 6 years? Something like that. However, it's absolutely gorgeous. It has everything, including a very nice, good story. So that one is very, very nice. But there is also one that I can, without any doubt, remember often. And that is actually the first Vanilla Challenge winner. The Ghosts of Sargasso. Oh dear, now I lost the name of the guy who made it. That was I was so impressed, and it was built only in vanilla, no mods, no help, nothing. I mean, it was awesome. It even included, and this is a spoiler, it even included that you were intended to die. I mean, come on. It's not like that is going to happen every day in a map. But he even had that little thing. Oh, yeah. That was, oh dear, but that was a good one. Otherwise, I've played many, and I hope to be playing even more. We had one, Ron and me, we did a CTM. I don't like CTMs. Ron does, because he's an expert. He's an expert on everything, so that's why. But we did something. What was it called? Wool World or something like that. Oh, that was awesome. Suddenly I liked CTM for a while, actually. Now I've seen there is something called Find the Button or Box Hunt. Yeah, that could be fun. So let's see if we can ever get to those ones. Do you think you could convince Ron Smallick to do another chapping with you someday? To be totally honest, we are on Discord discussing this nearly every time we are on Discord. We even sit and talk about it for a couple of hours, but that's mainly because he has one type of schedule and I have another one. Now, when my summer schedule is ended and I get my fixed schedule for 8 weeks a turn, I see that I have a lot of mornings, nights, my nights that is, that I can do with him. So all we need to do is make sure that I'm fine 1 week. Which day of this week are you able? Now it doesn't look good, but we are on it. We are talking about chapping, and I'm actually talking about multiplayer, Minecraft perhaps, even perhaps we start yet another Previously On. If you haven't heard us debate Previously On Lost, there's one thing that is so good. That is also one of my better memories. We also had this Hidden Gem series, but we have been debating that to the end. Now, we think that it's not, you cannot find 8 or 16 maps that is so good that you want to play them. But we are on it. We have not released that one yet. Okay, we have, oh yes, and then we have one of my favorite guys out there, Jagers mom. Thank you. Now you're you're actually giving me a bit of a headache. I don't know what to ask, because if I want to know something, I ask it anyways. Yeah. And if you don't ask it, I might tell you anyways. So, yeah. So maybe tell me something about yourself that I don't know. And that you don't mind telling, of course. Well, first of all, I'm an a-hole. I have told many people that, and they don't believe me. And that is one of my stranger things. Well, I'm not the best guy in the world, even if you might think that I'm good. And that's fine. I'm really trying to get karma together, so it's fine. But I'm not always good, and sometimes I'm actually a really bad person. That's nothing that I need to say to anyone. Is there anything that I want to tell you about myself? Well, Ron knows this. I don't have a sofa, I don't have a TV, I don't have tables, I don't have chairs. I have a studio. This is what I'm sitting in. This is my studio. And then there are boxes all over the place. Because I'm more or less moving. Or not. We'll see what's going to happen. I don't have things on shelves, because they just get dusty. Don't like that. And I hope most of you have understood that I do have some sort of social disorder that I'm not totally sure of. It's tiny. It's not that. All I really need is getting my control over everything, and I'll be fine. I love lists, but then again, so does Baker Bell, etc. But I don't want to do what other people want to do, because I don't watch TV. I can't follow a TV series together with other guys. But on the other hand, I'm not being with people that is watching TV. They are not doing it either. So when I meet my colleagues, we mostly talk work or houses. Then I just listen, because I don't want to have a house. We have been talking about that in Yapping too. just listen to my yappings. You don't have many questions, I can tell you that much. So there is things that is a bit off, that is not me. But there is one thing that I should probably mention, and that is why Felonious? Why Felonious the Wizard? Or as his real name is, Felonious Mellencamp. And this has to do with me and computer safety. I have a safety issue when it comes to computers. Yes, I have been forced to let go because Microsoft wants to have control over my computer. Why? I don't understand. But that's how they make their things. But when I started way back playing RPGs, and that was Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition, I did have a guy that I role played with the others. And then when we divorced, well, this wasn't a divorce because I wasn't married, but when me and the ex split, we went out on chats. It was mostly, well, it had to do with loneliness and keeping in touch with other people and stuff. And it was actually my ex who did that. And she found herself a bloke after we had split. And somehow I tried to do that as well, but I couldn't go out being me. So instead I went out as Felonious, because I role-played him and I knew all about him. And that way I didn't have to tell people who I really was. And that kept on, and I haven't let go yet. It's been since 1999, I think. Probably even earlier, because I had an email address before that. So I'm using that as a safety thing. I want to be Felonious because then I can also be someone else. I can always be someone else. And Felonious, the old geezer, he's a wizard from 7.5 dimensions away in a little town of Voine, where he has his wizard's towers. He has 2 cows, he has a raccoon, a tamed one who is actually keeping track of the cows, and he tries to be a nice guy. He has been trying to raise dragons with eggs. That didn't go well. He still have some burns that he needs to take care of now and again. He also has been babysitting. I can't actually see an old geezer like him. I think he's like 465 years old or something like that. But that is in my world. In his world, he's more or less like me. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons that I try to split myself into 2 guys. When I'm me, I'm usually yapping. When I'm not me, I'm Felonious, I play games. Because a 64-year-old guy can't sit and play games. But some strange individual named Felonious Mellencamp, he can play games. That's how the world works. Not my world, but the rest of the world. So if anyone just talks to me, I say that I do YouTube movies. And they are fine with that. That's all they want to know. I don't tell them what I do, what type of videos I do. They don't want to hear that. They think I'm strange enough. So, there you have a lot of things that I rarely talk about because I don't need to. Last out, Ars Malik. Who else? Do they have the concept of dad jokes in Sweden? I had to look that up. Yes, we have, but I didn't know that was dad jokes. That's everyday jokes. That is jokes that anyone can relate to because we are among the same generation or something like that. I haven't heard any of the youth thinking that we are crazy, but I have heard youth don't understand us. But we do that more or less every day. We are taking those easy word phrasing things, and they became some sort of giggling jokes. Dad jokes is actually a better word for it, but yes, we have something like it, but I didn't know that it was called dad jokes. And then you ask also, what spells would Felonious the Wizard specialize in? Well, Felonious, well, you better take this. Let's see. He's a healer, not a fighter. So he rarely do any blitz or something like that. No fire, because he thinks it's a bit... Fire easily spreads, so a single lightning bolt perhaps, but nothing else. But he usually do psychic, more of distorting the minds of their enemies or making them sleep or whatever. That's his type of... I don't think I have his character sheet here somewhere. Do I? Maybe I have it on the computer. So he's more of a psychic. He's more like Alakazam. Yeah. I like to think of it like that at least. Okay, that was the lot. And I must say, thank you very much. That was really cool. I'm very warmed by your attention and all that. I mean, I'm still surprised. Astonished is the word, actually. So, till next time, 10 years from now or something like that, when I reach 900. No, Kid Awesome, I don't think I will ever get to 1000. Now, 1000 is actually some level when you can start earning money and stuff. I had to read up on what was it called? AdSense? Never mind. So, yeah. It seems like I'm not there, and I have never planned to be. Okay, so till next time this happens, if you are all alive, I will be, because I'm going to be 80. I have already decided that, so yeah. I'm going to beat my old man. He was 77. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to keep the record for my family. That's how I work. And I'm having fun. I'm still having fun. And that is, I think, that is the best way of living, actually. It doesn't bring you karma, but it brings you joy. That's always good. Right. Now, keep on. Take care, all of you. So we'll be hearing from each other again. Bye.